What's up, everyone on the channel? Today is going to be a short video, but I was looking up on the news and I saw that now I know that BuzzFeed is kind of like not really that credible of a news source. It's more of like they do funny stuff, but I don't know about the New York Post. Like, I don't know. I've seen some like whack stuff from them. First of all, last night I read an article, just the headline. I looked at some of the article and I was like, this is not worth my time. But um, I read some of it just to get the gist of it, which usually that's what the headline is for. So I read the headline. Um, it said something like that men's testicles, um, like something to do with testicles of men, saying that like you're more likely to get the coronavirus, and I think they're just trying to back up the fact that what they're trying to say, men are more likely to get it. Why not just say that they don't have to put testicles in there? It's like it honestly just made me laugh. I was just like, wow, this is what I'm talking about, like misinformation. I mean, I didn't read the article, so I wouldn't know what it says, but I guarantee it probably would have just made me laugh. But today I read another article from the New York Post that said, um, what did it say? Oh, it said something about how we could get the coronavirus from farting, and I'm like, okay. Like I know that I don't know. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. Like if it is, that's pretty bad. But like, um, I don't think that farting would be a reason. Like I don't know. I don't really see farting as a way to spread a virus. Usually, you don't get sick by somebody farting around you. Like that's that's a different part of your body than your mouth or your nose or even your hands. But I don't know. These articles are just making me laugh at this point because it's like, is this real information or has it been backed up by anything? I don't know. And when news gets around like that, if there's no like, somebody talk, I think it's funny that somebody would talk about something and then the news would try to fact check them, and then 2 weeks later it'll pop up on the news, and it's just like like the whole thing about like Fox News. Okay, Fox. Okay, I've known this for a while. If you had done your research about the coronavirus in the beginning, like December, January, February, and even March, more in January, February, you would have known that the virus can be spread by the air. So I read in the middle of March that Fox News came out with an article that said, oh, coronavirus experts have said that new research suggests that coronavirus can be spread airborne or by air. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is late news. Like, I'm like, where have you guys been? Like, this is late news. Like, if you had been following the news and following real research, you would have known that information a long time ago. Or I say a long time ago because this coronavirus feels like it's been going on forever, but it's really been like 5 months, or it could have even been longer than that. Like some people say that it's been going on since November, or even before that. I mean, maybe not before that, but I don't know. Then there's the possibility that it could have been created in a lab and not by eating a bat. I don't know. China is full of BS. That is the worst word you will hear me say. China is full of a bunch of BS. They will not take responsibility over something that they potentially could have created or unintentionally created. I don't know. That's just my take on it. And yeah, I don't know. But I think it's strange. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there, and you really have to watch out what you read because there's a lot of misinformation out there. Like, you have to take, when you read something from like BuzzFeed or the New York Post or something that you don't really normally read, you need to take it with a grain of salt until it becomes more like there's more evidence on it, more people are researching about it and stuff like that. Like, that's why when I look at numbers, I usually go to Johns Hopkins University because they have a COVID-19 chart, and they added a new one for the U.S., which you can go by state, by county, and I was looking at my county, Gwinnett County in Georgia, and I was like, dang. But another thing that people need to read about besides just numbers is percentages too, because back when the U.S. and Italy had about the same amount of cases, yeah, it makes sense that Italy has more or had just about the same as the U.S., but you have to remember Italy is like the size of California, and the United States is like, I don't know, 50 times, like, it's like California. It's like, you get what I'm saying. The U.S. is 10 times bigger than Italy, so, and it's more spread apart. It's not more condensed. But I do give credit to Italy for testing, being able to test, but that, again, is because of their location. They have they have more dense of people. There's a more dense population because they're smaller. They're smaller in size. And I looked at the mortality rate of Georgia, and it's like 3.5% of the amount of people that have actually been confirmed, and which that number is again, that number is going to be higher because there are people that can't get tested because they're not feeling any symptoms. So it's like, who do you really trust? I mean, you can trust confirmed cases, but it's like my little brother said, what about cases that are like that people don't have them anymore? Like people that don't have the virus anymore. Why do they still count the cases? And it's because they're trying to determine, it's for statistical research. It's how they do the flu and all that. It's all for statistics. They want to figure stuff out, so they keep counting those cases on purpose. So, I mean, I don't know. The reason I can't really talk about that much because I haven't done my research on it, so I don't want to say something that is terribly wrong or just make an assumption about it if I don't know what I'm talking about. So, but anyway, just be careful with what you read because there's a lot of misinformation, and yeah, that, like, I don't know. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.